style, pop the style. Give them the style, come on, wicked and wild. Give them the style, pop the style. Give them the style, come on, well versatile. So to the bad man and the big rock. Country a fight like dog and if you want. Diamond gold, island cash. Wherever you find out, if you put a stop to them now.
Good morning. All right. Kill that. Let's see. So what I want to be able to do is I've had a couple of cases. There's some other stuff I should start up. A couple of cases where I've seen the YouTube videos get copyright claims because of things where because the clips were playing. So it's not always something I'm going to be able to notice live and hit exclude on. Too much stuff. So normally I'm running this in OBS, so I don't actually have that local storage readily available to me. I guess as long as I'm running, no. Even if I run it off a server, it still wouldn't be the same local storage domain. And why do we have modifications here? As the one running off the live site. So I actually have to upload it before I can edit that data. So we're probably going to have to run this a little bit, get hopefully some data. Yeah. Hopefully some data. And then look at how I also need to figure out how I don't know if it's a Chrome versus Firefox thing or what.
Ammonium factory. Okay, so that's still having issues. Man, the rover.
So I think we should have actually fetched our lists of stuff by now.
What? I thought I was able to. No, I guess I gotta have a thing that's appearing. Anyway.
And this will probably be more of an offline management mode.
Are you kidding me? Let's see if I can make these. Switch back to normal mode.
I don't know if I want that to necessarily be... Well, for testing purposes, I might want it to be a URL parameter.
Okay, I don't have a lot of control over it, but...
Oh, yeah, I guess there must be some navigation stuff going on. Alright, we don't really have anything else. So there's our debugging. Okay, we have show clip, which will actually reduce a lot of the overhead. And actually, a lot of the host limit, and would still cut down some API requests. All right, so we need to know what our model is to see if this is even practical. So hosting clips model. Okay, we have keys to durations that tells us all of the clips we've played. I think this is by channel, which is something we typically have. Also, there's just a list of clips here. Yeah. Let's figure out how we do that UI. Clip cache is... Yeah, host... Is that an ID or a name? It might be a user ID. Well, having run this a little bit... Huh. It's actually not memory, is it? It's more like memory usage. Cookies, okay. Local storage. There's durations, which does tell me which ones we've played, which actually we've not played many on this little instance here. And these are by number. But somewhere we should have that information, right? Oop. Length 0. And then these have IDs. Okay. Somewhere we should have that, right? Possibly hosts, and this is where we need to close this so we can get it in edit mode. Okay, we're going to do the initial fetch of data. These are clip cache clips. Durations, we've got no exclusions yet. Okay, so host display name, host ID is in the hosts. So we should be able to search back through here and put names to things. View. Now, let's see, would that be the same kind of mode as recent? Because that's kind of a little pop-up flag. It's not a full takeover. This is going to be more like offline management, so it probably could be kind of a full view takeover. So it might end up with its own showing recent exclusions. We'll start with that. If anything, exclusions should be more like part of the data. Oh, because that was recent clips and showing recent. Okay, so move that up one. Showing manage. All right, so that exists. We'll need a switch for it. Excuse me? So maybe first, this one has a big enough CSS to extract. And I don't do link tags often enough to remember exactly how that goes. Which one were we editing recently where we did that as well? Adding a whole bunch of stuff to Hostable. Actually, I might have had this in from other projects. As just a comment. Yep, I had it commented out actually. View. Edit public. All right, remove that. CSS. Don't need you. Done with you. I think it's still compiled. All right. Did I open? I did not open another window just for source control stuff. All right, so we're touching a couple of things here, but we only want to add HTML and CSS. Get add source view. And the other things were just kind of things we either temporarily or started changing. Extract CSS to extract. All right, so now, so we've got our view. So this is going to become, well, let's play first function. We can just reuse that in the other environment. So this is going to become more like, there isn't something that already, okay. And then we have a view model which says if model dot excuse me. Why was that not an autocomplete? OMB was only within that file. Right, which we had not loaded yet. Not that, that's good. Then we're going to have a manage view. And that won't work till we actually make a manage view, which will have a little tiny bit of this framework. Display name, display clip. It's like it's a top level thing, but it's not like all the clip stuff. Okay, so yeah, so I guess technically some of this stuff is running in the background. So for now we have to do that. Well, we could do like just to say we're here. Then I have to figure out what I put here to get into that mode. So these are actually oh. No. Oh, this display a recent clip. Oh, yeah, display actions is backwards. Maybe it's the float mode? Alright, so this is actually a styled button. So I don't know if that's necessarily the best UI. So now we've got to get into all these events. And Not model. Showing manage. Manage error. Okay, yeah, it is kind of reverse. What? Oh. Change one but not the other. Oh, that probably didn't recompile yet. And that was actually kind of not the order I wanted things in. View. 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 Oh, clip actions. Yes. This is very interesting ordering here. What the heck did I do to this in CSS? Also, I actually need the debugging out of the way right now. So what did I do to you? What is positioning this stuff? Because this seems... Okay, class. Position fixed right. Class actions, position fixed right. Actions, so you should probably go back a little bit more, right? And that doesn't require a recompile. More or less. And then we'll have to have a way to exit out of here. But that's our basic modal shift. And what we want to do here is iterate over the clip cache. So that's going to have to be a list. Actually, this is going to be a straight up list. Da, 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 da. Oh, I need to do something with it. I need to go buy the host ID. Okay, so there is a big top level thing here, but I don't know if we should be taking over that modal. Also, that's going to be getting managed by all the timers and stuff. So model.clip cache, which we no longer have our visible debugger model anymore. Is of host IDs to list of clips. Timestamps. The timestamp of that list of clips, which we don't care as much about here. So should I iterate the host IDs and then look them up? What do we have? To list. Map would transform it into a dict again. So probably would want to do two lists, because then we're a list. Well, we could get the list of keys and then look them up. Or to list it and then... Which means we don't have to deal with the maybes, because if it's in there, it's going to have a value. Alright, let's do this the other way. Dict.toList. And so we now have host ID to pair. The first thing we want to do is list things. And this is of pairs. Host ID, don't care in this context, and clip. So the first thing, I guess, would just be well, and then the whole thing needs to be wrapped in an LI. Oh, but that has to be a list of stuff. I may have not imported dict. Yeah. List KV. Well, yes, but the value should be a tuple. I mean, I'm not using that right now. So it's like, fine, go away. Oh, maybe my parentheses were just off. Oh, we actually have to do a map here. That's what's wrong. And then the whole thing has to be gone into UL. Okay, so that is a bunch of user IDs. Do we have... We have display name. We have pre-looked up names when we're doing these things. What details? Display name for host, which only exists in here presently. And this is, oh, this is only for active hosts. Yeah, we actually don't have this for everything in the cache. So if I'm doing this offline, we're not even going to have a username attached to these. And... Huh. Is it even worth grouping them? Perhaps not. So that would actually make this values. And then, is there still tuple helpers? I never knew about that. The question is, do I even want to import the tuple library for a trivial operation? Oh, and this ends up being a concat map. So that still would work with the tuple operation. So that's kind of gone. Then we list.sort by it's ID, right? Clip to li text clip.id. Sort. List comparable. That must be like a sort by or something. Come on. Custom comparison function by derived property. All right, so that gives you some way to look these up. And just to check, well, I mean, I can just use test data on this, but ooh, okay. So this is not showing particular ones I was trying to hit. So maybe I need a manual entry just in case they ever come up, but so that gets me a list. And then we just have to have, if I can compare this to exclusions. And mark if they are, well, exclusion is the only thing we really do with them. Well, I can do that without a checkbox, but that would be kind of a better UI. I should probably checkpoint this a bit. The one thing we could use, and I kind of want to just put display actions back. Even though some of the recent and such isn't useful, it's a really dumb, simple way to get a button. Alright, so we adjusted the size, shuffled some data around, got our toggle, and added a view function. Let's see, now I know I've done check boxes several times before. There's radio buttons. You guys just straight up check boxes. Span. Input. We're just going to start making this quite a bit more complicated. So that was the entire input of that thing before. This is going to become the... Ooh. Oh, okay. Wait, where's the label? Span, label, text, input. But this one is a type number. Okay, so this is a checkbox label time for. So we probably, well, we've got the li for container. That didn't copy for some reason. We've got a couple of new names for everything. Label 4. Exclude, is it plus plus? Get that ID. Text clip that ID. I should probably want this afterwards. Name. Let ID equals, I'm doing this 3 times. Oh, I can't do that because it aliases things. Because name is going to alias a global variable. And they don't even let you do that and just override the attribute. Exclude for tag. Value shouldn't matter, but So I've got exclude. Which would work fine if I set it up to toggle. Exclude. Ooh. Checked. Which is actually something else you want to look into. For display purposes. I'm going to take a short break, though, and be back in a few minutes.
Even more subdued than my... Oh, you can flip the rover at any time now. Neat. I guess in this situation that would be um drop it, drop it, drop it.
Come on. Danger, revive me.
Vote her out, come on.
Vote
Li-
Lisa.
Lisa. No,
Vote Lisa.
dude.
Danger, danger. Vote Lisa.
Oh, gotcha. Right. Fahrenheit. I live in a country that uses ye old Celsius. So I was like, what? But that totally makes sense. 100%. Okay, let's get liquefiable stuff. This is ice and snow.
Alright, welcome back. So we actually have something sort of interesting here. This is probably hosting clips. Exclusions listed string. It's almost certainly clip IDs. List dot I guess arguably it should be a set. Member. Yeah, so it's checked if it is excluded. And we're also going to want to do some styling on this, but start. Oh, I guess we need a context for this. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Oh, this is leftover. I guess what we should really do is move that down. Then they shouldn't need to get... we still need that, though. Events. List. Ah. Might help to pass to the model.exclusions, huh? And I probably have defined no... And I can only send an exclusion, but we can... should be able to check if... Okay, yes, that is remembered. Hosting clips. Unfortunately... this makes things a little bit more... interesting. Because now we have to tell... Also, exclusions really should be a set. Which should give us a better set of operations for it. And it wasn't really ordering these any particular way. Okay, exclusions. I have to make that from... There's a set dot empty, right? Yeah. We can leave state as a list. Yeah. Exclusions. Set dot insert. That should end up being that. Model.exclusions. Set.toList. And that is kind of getting obnoxious. Exclusions, set string. Oh, wait. Oops. No, set string. Not excluded. Oh, it's taking a clip and checking the ID. Okay. So this should be set.member. Yeah, I could have done that with the list as well. Actually, we need exclusions. Okay, and then view has to touch this. This should be set.member. So now you need to have a set. Hosting clips. Okay, you have set. Oh. I often do this for data structures just because it's handy. Oh, and the point of this was that in hosting clips, exclude so we have to know beforehand if it's a member. They'll let me let in that case? So actually this is the else. We don't really need to do... We do need to do a save state with the revised model. Set that by remove. Not going to worry about these right now. So it doesn't need to be a batch. Did I ever do a persist? I did do a persist in this one. Exclude. Remove. Remove. Okay, and it's the label, so we even get that effect. Okay. Next up, view. We want... well, I mean, we could do the class here. There used to be a Boolean syntax for classes, not HTTP. It was class list. Ooh. Nope, look, there it is. List. Yeah, so class list lets you say excluded. Okay, class list and the list of attributes. Oh, nope, I got that backwards. It is name Boolean. Then we go into our style. Hello again, Ninja Mohammed. And we have no section of styles for this yet. So body, view, host, channel name, no host, clip URL, clip actions, draw kind of footer. That all kind of flows from that. So excluded. Is it text decoration? No. And actually, I want that to just be the label anyway. Is it perchance strike through? Invalid property value. CSS text decoration line through. And then we got to highlight. Okay, there we go. So that should let us manage the whole clip cache. For offline fix-ups. Excluded. Turn it into a set for easy toggles. Click to exclude and exclude. Whoops, in manage. Okay. Do I have anything else I need to do on this project? Can't do that. Do I have anything in my other to-do list? Host bowl. Manual remove. Okay, that's the thing I just did. Yeah, okay, so that actually went fairly quick. Is there anything else I need for you? And it's just an awkward time. So a little bit early for lunch, but a little bit short to get into any kind of other substantial project. But I guess we did end up getting kind of shortchanged on Oxygen Not Included yesterday. So if I cut off a little bit early, can maybe get started early. That could work. Also give me time to get this actually uploaded to the main site so I can go in and try to fix the problem cases, if they're even still in the cache at this point. That might have been an unusual event yesterday. But most of the things I could do now, or at least coming to immediate mind, would be kind of involved. So like the main one would be 1 Hour 1 Life sweat effects, which could turn into a pretty deep dive. Yeah, so it might just be a short stream today. Thanks to Game Dev TV, Stormy Leopard, Asurate Gaming, Joy Sheffer, AP, Destructive Phase, Doggen Lake, Thylos, Catnox, Ruffalos, and Resorted. Doggen Lake is SSP Live, To Left for to Cry. I think that's everybody. For recommendations. Okay, not sure the schedule. Codamingo's working on some game development. I did notice... not full screen, thank you. I did notice some swearing last time I was there, so be advised if you mind that. Otherwise, if we're someplace cool to hang out, that's someplace cool to hang out. Thanks for hanging out with me, and goodbye.